On a humid night in August of 2022, Maine State Police Sergeant Jonathan Russell first laid eyes on a then 14-month-old Belgian Malinois. That night is burned on Russell's memory.
He came out of there like he had been launched.
Russell says it was clear the dog was more than ready to get to work.
So instantly I'm optimistic. He comes out like he's spring-loaded and he's just ready to hit the ground running.
2 days later, they were off on a journey, officially a team in training. He named the dog Preacher.
He was an extremely quick learner because you really only had to introduce him to something 1 or 2 times, and then he'd be doing it like he'd done it hundreds of times.
Good boy. There you have it.
And over their 2.5 years together, they forged a unique partnership that became the constant in Russell's life, a relationship that only canine handlers truly understand.
But the work as a canine handler doesn't just stop when you sign 10-7 from your day at work. They're at home with you or they're at work with you, and pretty much everything that you do together.
Then on February 3rd, every canine handler's worst nightmare became reality when a domestic violence standoff in Portage Lake took an unthinkable turn. Preacher was deployed to apprehend a dangerous suspect who was trying to flee the scene and was shot in the abdomen. He died around 1 a.m. on February 4th on the side of I-95 as he was being rushed to a Brewer emergency clinic for a desperately needed blood transfusion. Sergeant Russell was right there with him, just as he'd always been, just as partners do. And in the days that followed, Sergeant Russell says he grappled with a painful question all too familiar to other handlers who've suffered the same loss.
And I'll be honest with you, I really, for the first couple days after this happened, I really wrestled with can I work another dog, and can I muster up the emotional strength to make the commitment that next dog is also going to deserve.
He's since answered that question with a resolute yes, saying that moving forward is a way to honor Preacher's memory.
No bond and no relationship with another canine partner will ever replace what Preacher and I had. You know, and Preacher and I's bond never replaced the bond that I had with my first dog.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's a new bond, and it's a new relationship that you formed.
Meanwhile, a powerful legacy is taking shape. A memorial fund in Preacher's honor has already garnered more than $13,000, which will go towards everything from canine protective vests and first aid kits to training equipment. And Russell says he feels Preacher's sacrifice has also helped raise awareness for how canines contribute to their communities.
To see the support and just the absolute thankfulness that so many people have for what Preacher did that night has been a really positive reminder of just the goodness of humanity, to be frank.
And though there is grief, Russell says pride in Preacher's work and gratitude are what he takes with him moving forward.
I could never be more proud and humbled to even have the opportunity to have spent any length of my time as a canine handler and quite frankly, a part of my life shared with him.
I'm Beth Jones, reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.